Aquaponics, man. Trials and tribulations of aquaponics. Come along with me. Watch me make mistakes. Watch me make success. Just watch me do aquaponics. What's up, YouTube? Looky, it's almost time for another harvest. I'm telling you. Anyway, so I'm super excited about that. But today on Aquaponics, man, we are going to be doing a little bit something a little different. I'm going to be taking this here canister that was made, I guess, for just Chester's Paws, whatever thingy, but it's a really solid plastic container. And we're going to put it in the subtank so we can try to filter out a little bit more of the like particulates and just the detritus and stuff that ends up in the system somehow. I guess the solids filter or the swill filter or solid settler or whatever we're going to call it, it's not doing as good of a job as I had hoped. So we're going to put a whole bunch of filter material in this, and then we're going to set it down inside the subtank. I'll get you up on a stand so you can kind of see what I'm getting ready to do here, and I'll edit out all the bad cameraing stuff. Here we go. So in my attempt to make this at least something that y'all are going to want to watch, of course I didn't move all the stuff out of the way, because that would be silly. Why would I do that? I know. Alrighty then. And then, oh, yep, bad cameraing already. I'm telling you. There we go. And all right, I think that should totally be the thing. The whole shebang right there. All right, so I've already drilled holes in one of them, but I'm also going to need a stand. So I'm just going to take another of these here thingies and set it down inside, let it fill full of water. Got rocks in it too, you know. Alrighty. Then we're gonna set that down inside here, just like that. And then I'm gonna grab the filter material. There we go. It's still a little wet after I washed it, and it just touched my head. Yeah. All right, now we'll set this one kind of down on top of that one. And then we're going to take this here filter material and cram it down in the hole. We're going to hope for the best. Oh, we're going to try to lay it down. I now have water running down my head. Super duper awesome. It's going to be all right, though. Just going to squish it down into the bottom there. There we go. And then all of this is going to get squished in there also, somehow, some way. I'm hoping. There we go. Go in your home. You're too good for your home? Alrighty then. Alright. Then we're going to take this here extra pipe off of this T. And then that's going to get turned so it goes down. And then into the container. And that should not fill up with water. Should not. Putting a lot of emphasis on the should part, just in case you guys couldn't tell. All right, and then we're just going to move it around just a smidge, just so that it'll fit better, like that. All right, so all the holes are down in the bottom of this here fancy thing. So water goes in the top. All right, I'll grab you so you can get a better look. Oh, let go, let go. It's gonna be okay. All right, so water goes in the top, and then out the little holes in the bottom there. And then hopefully all that stuff down in the bottom, I'll just keep stirring it up and letting it go through the system. And then it will end up in there inevitably, eventually. I'm hoping, Ely. But now it doesn't seem like as much water is coming out from before, but I think it probably still is because I didn't change any valves or nothing. This is all still working pretty good. I have fiddled around with all the rest of the pipes and water levels and things like that, but it seems to be working pretty good. The solids filter, if you can even see down in there, not really. All right, well, it's not really accumulating a whole lot. Let me get out from underneath here now. Oh, yay, I didn't hit my head. Anyway, so now that I got that on there, that will hopefully do a little bit better. But now I'm kind of inclined to want to turn up the valve for the fish tank here, which means I'm going to be fiddling around. So I have it like a quarter of the way off. Just going to turn that up just a smidge more. And then hopefully that won't affect the other drains that are still flowing rather nicely. But I want some water flow from the fish tank. So can't really say that that's impressed me. Okay, it did turn up just a little bit. I'll get you in a little closer. So the water flow did increase quite a bit. But it doesn't come out like a stream like that one because of the pipe that's on it. Oh, look, the solids filter is getting ready, or the, gravel bed is getting ready to flow. We'll just watch that for a second. Should not take very long to initiate now, but I did just change that valve, so if it doesn't start right away, that means I'm going to have to do other stuff. More valve adjustments and things like that. Come on, flow. Come on, flow. And, oh, it's thinking about it. It wants to. And maybe not. All right, so it probably should have initiated by now. So just turning that other valve just a quarter of a turn, or not even a quarter of a turn, like an eighth of a turn, now release the pressure enough to where I have to open the gravel bed valve up just a little bit more. Or maybe turn down the raft system there. But I still want flow for that one also. Let's try the raft system first. So that's definitely still not draining. So I'm just going to come up here. That flow coming out of there will change just a little bit. Still a pretty decent amount. Now let's see if that's enough to get that flowing. This is all the trials and tribulations I've been talking about. We're going to inevitably come to the, success side of the failure part, though. So that really hasn't changed the drain coming out of the raft system all that much. But that one seemed to be picking up just a little bit more now. Well, I guess still not enough to actually do it. Well, that's kind of poopy. All right. I guess I'll close this one back down just a smidge. Just a smidge, though. That was really just a smidge. All righty. Is it going to make the happiness happen? Come on, solid, or the auto siphon. Kick in, auto siphon. You could do it. I got faith in you. Oh, it wants to. It really wants to. Still just barely not enough. All right, a smidgen back some more with this one. Smidgens. We do everything by smidgens. Come on, you could do it. You know you want to. Blow, blow. Initiate the siphon. All right. Well, failure number 3. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna turn this valve. I got a little line here marked for it so that it'll do. Oh wait. Did it start? It did start. I didn't need to adjust it. Look at that. See, I just needed to wait and be a smidge more patient. Looky flowing. And then our flow from the fish tank is still pretty good. So really, I just adjusted that one there. And that's still flowing pretty good too. But that's cleaning all the water and converting all of the ammonia and stuff like that from the fish from nitrate into nitrite, and then cleaning the water somewhat, and then that from the RAS systems cleaning the water also, and or using the nitrites in order to fertilize the plants. And that is where all the ammonia is coming from. Which I did a little test the other day, and there's 0 ammonia, 0 nitrate, and I can't really tell you if there's, a whole bunch of other stuff like the potassiums and iron and stuff. Well, I did do an iron test also, but not really a whole bunch of iron in there either. All the levels are below where I want them to be. But I have also started to feed the fish a little more often, which they haven't really been very active today, but it is like 70 degrees outside. And it's like February 9th. It's the day after the Super Bowl. And it's 70 degrees today. It's crazy. Colorado weather. What are you going to do, right? Anyway, that right there seems to be working just fine. And I know it will stop. But if you notice the level inside the subtank there, I have definitely upped the quantity of water just so I'll have more water in there for it to actually, kind of work out or whatever. But you can see how mucky the water kind of looks. So hopefully that will filter out much more of the fine particulates. And of course, I added the chelated iron in there. So it did change the color of the water, but the water's still very clean, as you can tell as it comes out of the rock bed there and out of the RAS system. It's pretty clean water. It's just got like a brown tint to it. It's kind of like in nature when leaves and things like that fall into the water, the tannins of the actual leaves darken the water and kind of give it a little brown hue like that. But the same thing's going on inside the fish tank. So it's so dark, you can barely even see. I mean, the camera actually looks or sees through the color of the water a lot better. But look at all them fishies in there. And I did the same thing, added the iron to this tank, and that one definitely looks a lot more like it's, I don't know, it's clear for sure, but there's not as much water in there. So, but if you look down at this sub tank, it's kind of brown also, right? I don't know, and it still comes out clean, like it's coming out of the top there, nice and clear and clean. It's just got a little brown hue. All right, I think the fish really want some food. What do you guys think? All right, let's give them a handful of this here koi fish food stuff. Well, there's only a couple of fish in here, but whoop, here's coffee can on the floor. Nummy fish pellets. And look, they all like it. I don't know if they like being filmed or not, but they'll take like 1 or 2 pellets and then they'll go and hide down at the bottom. And then when I walk away, then they'll finish eating them. I mean, occasionally 1 or 2 will pop up there, grab another pellet, and then right back down to the bottom. I know it. Super exciting. These guys over here are much more exciting. And I have been taking measurements of the food that I feed them so I know exactly how much I'm feeding them. So this is just a quarter cup right here. And I fill that bad boy up as level as I can get it. There we go. And then the fishes know that the food's hitting, and look at those little monsters go. So a quarter cup of food, and those guys go crazy for it. It's like they like it. See, everybody, I do feed my fish. Amy, my friend that was on the phone. See? And they're not nearly as excited about the food as I was hoping for. But they will inevitably eat all of it. But I don't want to just have a whole bunch of food floating around in there for them to not eat. The idea is to take the food, put it in there, and only let them eat what they can eat within a 5-minute period. All right, so maybe it was because I was standing too close to the tank, but now they're kind of coming back. Come on, fishy fishies. Maybe I should have put the fish flakes in there. They really like those ones. They don't care if I'm standing there or not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those guys. Anyhow, so that seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing down there still. Water is a-flowing. Plants are, in fact, a-growing. Not so much with the microgreens. I'm still trying to figure that out, but that basil really did take off, and that's growing in pea gravel. It's starting to get its true leaves on there, so if I'm going to use it as a microgreen, I better get to it pretty soon. The cabbage things kind of started taking off a little bit, and some of the beets are actually growing kind of big. You really can't see those at all. I don't know where my little on-off switch is for this. It's hiding in a spot where I can't reach it. Here, let's try just unplugging it for right now. Come on. There we go. Okay, now you can see beets down there. They're growing pretty okay, but it's not a full tray. It's just a couple of them. And then these here cabbages seem to be doing okay, I guess, but again, not a full tray. Nothing like the basil. The basil does great. I'm not going to use those as microgreens. It's like a little mixture of like bok choys and other types of lettuces or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just going to transplant those into these as I develop a need for more, plants in them, or after I harvest the lettuces right there for sure. But even all this up here, these are like bok choys and I think a kale or something like that. And they're doing really, really well. So maybe I just need to break down and just do all the microgreens in soil. Seems to be working really, really well. All right, I'm going to get this here lights plugged back in. Oh, going to sit you down for half a second. How you guys like my floor? It's pretty good, huh? I know. Anyway, so all these things are doing pretty good. And look, I'm even starting to get little baby cucumbers. You see that little guy? He's got a little tiny thingy on it. And even this guy, he's got all kinds of little buds and stuff starting all over the place. Little flowers. Some of the leaves are not doing so good because they're not getting any light, I guess. But look, there's flowers. Definitely. Oh, look, there's more flowers. Is there a little cucumber on that too? Yay! I guess can't really see that. There we go. So, cucumbers. They're starting to, oh, look, there's another one right there. They're starting to grow. Now, this is the parthenocarpic or non-parthenocarpic cucumber plant. It doesn't require any pollination or anything. It just kind of grows the cucumbers. And that's what all these plants are. I believe they're an English cucumber. I hope they're not the burpy kind, because nobody really wants to eat those for some reason. But they're all doing all right. The pea plants are doing okay also. They're not growing up the trellis quite yet, but we're hoping for the best. Try to tuck them in there somehow. Something. I don't know. But I did put a trellis up. The cucumbers seem to like it. All the garlic and stuff like that still doing really good. The radishes, they're still not really making like, radishes. They're just growing the greeny bits. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully it will develop into radish, because that was the idea. And then all the others, and see, I put one of the arugula plants from that microgreen over there. I put a beet in here, a couple of beets in there. Hopefully they're going to do it all right. That bok choy was from that same container of microgreens, and it's doing fabulous now. It's grown so much bigger than when it was over there. Got some little chives or parsleys and things in here. Those are the chives. These ones, I believe, are a radish. Yes, those are a radish. They're one of the other radish. Nope, they are the China rose radish. And those radishes are coming up with that tomato plant. That tomato plant's getting a whole bunch bigger. I'm really hoping like for that onion to take off and do really, really well. This onion really is not doing so great. I don't know. Needs more of something. That tomato plant's doing all right. For some reason, this pea plant, I don't know. It was having some sort of an issue. I did use a insecticidal soap because I found out that I had spider mites. So this is safe for humans and animals and fish. You can spray it on things. I didn't go crazy with it, but I had spider mites on my mustard greens right there. And they were starting to attack the leaves. I guess that's what they do. And that's what that curling and like brown discoloration is from. But I sprayed some of the magic stuff and everything just started bouncing back. So that's all doing good. Those are radishes also. That's more of the mustard greens. Another mustard green there. And then Swiss chard's doing good. Both of those back there are doing fabulous. This guy's doing all right. And weird enough, there were not any spider mites on any of the Swiss chards. So I'm not 100% sure why they're getting all curly like that. But that plant's been in there for quite some time. Then there's the lettuce explosion. Oops, sorry, I had to put the soap down. But as you can see, the leaves are very mature. They're not getting as dark red as I had hoped for. But, I mean, they're still really, really large, leafy green. And really, really good looking. So I'm going to be harvesting that pretty soon. And these giant Caesars over here, they are just really, really taking off. They're just awesome. And then all the other little plants. I have a lot of bok choy growing right now. I was not aware of how much I have growing, but I have quite a bit of it. But after I'm done harvesting all these other ones, I will hopefully have, I don't know, more lettuces growing. But we're going to see what happens. Anywho, oh, and the other system, of course, that I'm really, really close to right now, because I have stuff on the floor, it's doing okay, except for a couple of them. This guy just completely pooped out, and I'm assuming, no, this thing was in the water. He just didn't want to live. So, bye-bye, plant. At least some of the roots from the bok choy right next door was sticking out of the hole. Oh, just let go. Sorry. My bad cameraing is just doing great. Anyway, so I don't know. The bok choy seems to thrive in this system. Like, it really just does a really, really good job. And those two holes back there did have bok choy in them. But guess what, y'all? I had my first customer. Somebody actually bought lettuce from me. It was awesome. I made $10 whole. Yay! Anyway, it's a start. Got to start somewhere. First customer. And he was actually the one that pointed out the fact that I had the spider mites. So, and he still bought it. He had grown vegetables and things like that in like hydroponics and things like that before. So he was more than okay with it. He just washed them off and then he ate just the lettuce dry, just right there in front of me. I was like, right on. That's what I do too. Super awesome stuff. Everything's still kind of going the way I hope it would be going. Except for this fan, for some reason, just turns itself off. I don't know what's going on with it. It's like just got a mind of its own. Darn fan. It's that fan right there. Anytime I touch this cord right here for some reason, I'll just have to get a new fan eventually. But that's what's going on in the world of aquaponics, man. So do that, share, like, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever, just tell people about me. Hopefully I'll be, a little bit better at all this editing stuff and cameraing. And well, it's difficult to do everything all by myself, but I'm still trying. Just got to get out there and do it, y'all. All right, till next time. Peace out, YouTube.